All right, what's up, family? Got another great one for you. This one here, I'm going to title this. This is dealing with this book, but it's one of them great ones. But this one here, I'm going to title it, What a Hypocrite. Sleeping with the Enemy book review by Eric Jerome Dickey. Now, these are old books. I read it a long time ago, but I'm just going to give you a small part of this book. Now, what it was, this character named Gideon. Guy was amazing, one of the best assassins. But anyway, let's get to the point. Gideon was hired by an anonymous person to kill this preacher. Now remember what I said the title of the video is going to be called? What a Hypocrite. Sleeping with the Enemy book review. Now watch this. Anyway, Gideon was hired by this anonymous client to kill this preacher. So obviously, the person told him where he stayed and this and that. He knew exactly the layout of the house and everything. So he went there, disarmed the security system and everything. And he went, as he got in the house, he went down to the basement and waited there in the dark, knowing that the preacher's going to be home, like, let's say another hour later, whatever the case. But while he was waiting there, surveying the whole area, he was just blown away how when he first got to the house, he said, look at this. A $2 million house this preacher live in. I guess he's spending the congregation money wisely. And as he's down in the preacher's basement, he's like, wow, this basement is just laid out. Something out of a magazine. It had marble floors. It had gold trimmed steps. It had a bar that was put in there custom made. It had a full playroom. It had a full gym in it. And on the wall, he said it had a 100-inch TV. The biggest TV he had ever seen in his life. The picture clarity was so clear on the wall. He said it looked like you could just walk right into the TV.
You should get one, puppy.
And once again, he said, boy, oh boy, this preacher is living it up on the congregation's money. So now, I just had to paint that picture for you to see who we dealing with. So now he's waiting for the preacher to come in. He got his brass knuckles on. And sure enough, the preacher finally comes home. And when he comes home, he comes down to the basement, cracks him. But this is a big dude. The preacher is a big dude, so it wasn't just that easy. After he cracked him, then boom, he tussled. Then he charged at him, and old boy Gideon didn't know. Damn, this guy really a big dude. My client didn't tell me he was that big. So now he tussled him, bang, and he drops him after all of the tussling and all that, right? And as he drops him, now, as he drops him, he actually break a couple of his fingers in the meanwhile as well. So his fingers are mangled. Now all of a sudden, as he got him subdued, he's waiting to receive his money, the transaction, before he actually annihilates the guy. See, the guy is just beat up, broken fingers and all that, but he's not going to actually finish the job until it says the funds has been transferred. So he's waiting. And now he's sitting there going, it's already past the time. They ain't sent my money yet. I will not continue the deal until I get my money. So in the meantime, now, the preacher wakes back up. And when he wakes back up, first thing he sees Gideon. He go, hey, man, who the hell are you, man? What are you doing in my house? Why do you even do this to me? And Gideon looks at him. He go, look at his eye. His eye is swelling up the size of a baseball. And the other one is not far behind. And then the preacher goes, come on, man. Who paid you to do this to me, man? I'm a good man. I'm a man of the Lord. I preach the words. I preach God's gospel, man. Don't do this to me, man. Please don't do this to me. I'm a good man. Come on, you a family man? And he said, look, man, shut up. He said, come on, man. I got a family. I got a wife. I got kids. I got a newborn son. I said, shut up. Man, come on, man. I tell you, listen, whoever doing this, paid you to do this, I'll give you $100,000 if you just let me go. I won't tell the cops or nothing. I won't report nothing. I'll give you $100,000. And the guy, Gideon, says, you actually have $100,000? He goes, well, not right here, but I can get it to you. I can get it. Just let me go, man. And he goes, nah, I don't think that's going to work. He goes, man, I just told you I got a newborn son. Please have mercy on me, man. I preach to the gospel all the time. I preach to the church all the time. Man, I'm a man of the Lord. Was it that damn mayor? That dirty, rotten, damn bastard there? That mayor paid you, didn't he? I know he must have been the one. He must have been the one that told you. He must have been the one that paid you to do this nonsense. You're doing the devil's work, son. You're doing the devil's work. And he's like, nah. Why? I see how you and the mayor himself has been into cahoots a lot of dirty things. I see you didn't agree with a lot of things he said. I knew it was that damn mayor. He the one that paid you. Listen, I tell you what, I'll give you $200,000 if you just let me go. I got 200. He says, you got $200,000? I don't have it right here. I got it at my church. It's lock and key in the safe. But I tell you, if you let me go, he go, maybe I'll just go to the church and get it myself. It's in the safe, and nobody knows this combination but me and only one other person. And he go, oh, so I guess God knows the safe, the combination. He go, no, other than out of this world, I'm not talking about a person on this planet. It's only me and one other person that knows the safe. Please, man, I'll give you $200,000. So he goes, nah, wouldn't do. He goes, maybe it was that damn governor, that damn pimp suit wearing son of a bitch. That, I know he's the one. It's him or even that damn mayor. I know one of them that paid you. Listen here, I tell you what, I'll give you $300,000. He says, so you got $300,000 that you done got swindled from the congregation, and you're willing to give it to me to cover your dirty dealings. He said, I tell you, I give it to you. It's all at the church. I give it to you. It's the Lord's money, but I give it to you to save my life. I'm going to get that damn mayor. I know he paid you to do this devil's work. Please take the $300,000 and let me go. And then Gideon says, although that sounds like a lot of nice, good money I could use, but I don't double cross my clients. All of a sudden his phone said, funds have been transferred. So whoever paid him to do this, he go, uh-oh. He go, time to get the deed done. And then he go, come on, man, you gonna kill me. Please don't kill me, man. I told you I'm a man of the Lord. Please don't kill me. And he said, you can cry all you want, but the funds have been transferred. The job must get done. And then all of a sudden the preacher go, well, if you're gonna kill me, can I ask just one last thing? One last thing, can you do for me, please? Can I just at least get my Bible? My Bible and say some last words. Maybe I can say some words to you and you can change your mind. Do you got kids? You a family man? Please let me get my Bible. A man should always be with his Bible. Even in death, a man should be with his Bible. Please let me get my Bible. And Gideon says, okay, get your Bible. These are going to be your last words. So the preacher goes over there and get this Bible. It's a really big Bible, rather. As he gets the Bible, remember, he got his broken fingers. And just as he gets the Bible, he goes to open it up, but he fumbles because his broken fingers. When he fumbles it, the Bible opens up. All the pages are out, hollowed out. And a 38 snub-nosed gun in there. And even though he fumbles it, drops it, now he looks to go get it. And Gideon looks at it at the same time. And he jumps for it, and the preacher gets the gun. And just like that, as he gets the gun, he goes, you motherfucker, I'm going to kill your motherfucking ass. You sons of bitch. Don't set your head in my house. Pow, 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 pow. Right? And he's shooting and shooting. And everything's coming out of his mouth. Even Gideon himself says, the preacher, who was once said to be a loyal man of the community, speaking highly words of God, no longer was a man of God. Everything that came out of his mouth told me who he truly was. An old school pimp gangster. And that was everything he was showing and everything that came out of his mouth. He said, you son of a bitch, I will kill your mother ass here. You boo-boo. And, but the shots didn't quite make his target. Gideon pulled out his 22, caught him in the arm. Pow! Caught him in the head. So like I said, the title of the video, what a hypocrite. Asking a lot of y'all out there, what is a hypocrite? A phony, a faker, a two-face, someone putting on an act, a pretender. See how the preacher put on such an act? I'm doing the Lord's work. You taking all the congregation money and you living this lavish lifestyle. Somebody wants you dead.
Using God's name in
Using
vain.
God's name in vain. Like a lot of people do. See, a lot of people, they use that God stuff to do all their dirty deeds. And then they hide behind the cloak of, I'm a man of God. Kind of remind me in a hilarious kind of way. Y'all remember the episode on Martin Lawrence show? Lonnie Love. Remember Lonnie Love? Remember that part when Gina, they knew he was a crook, right? Remember Gina was like, Martin had the camera hitting it, right? And then remember Gina said, he said, look here, Gina, I could take you on my private jet to my own personal private island. And she said, oh my gosh, you got an island? He said, yeah. And then she said, so how was you able to pay for that private? Did you use the congregation money? And remember what Lonnie Love said? He said, hell yeah. Lonnie Love was dirty, man. I'm going to give you a long distance healing. But anyway, back to the book. So now, funds was transferred. The deed was done. Now, he calls the person. He says, where are you at? And the person says, I'm overseas and such and such. And then he says, well, listen, you're going to have to give me, he said, I noticed there's $300,000 in that safe at that church. So you're going to have to give me 20% of that.
But who he was talking to?
And then the person said, wait, what are you talking about 20%? You was already paid. He said, yeah, but you forgot to mention the 38 snub nose that was in that Bible. And you knew all about that. Then the person on the line said, that son of a bitch, he did me wrong all this time, this son of a bitch. I loved every bit of him and I did everything for him. We got kids and everything. See?
Oh, wow.
Turns out he thought it was the mayor.
That was his...
He thought it was the governor.
It was his wife?
It was his own wife.
Wow.
So we're talking about a hypocrite again.
Dang.
And then it turns out, even then, in Gideon's mind, he was just thinking about everything that's possible. But then she said, he did me so dirty. I just knew I just had to kill that son of a... Because I couldn't believe it. When I found out the dirty stuff that he was doing, and I found out a whole lot of stuff, but what he did to just cross the damn line was we had hired a babysitter. And the babysitter was watching our kids all the time loyally. But one day when I had left the house and I was gone for over the weekend, I had forgot to cut off the nanny cam. And the nanny cam was recording all week. And I seen that son of a bitch, so-called preacher, husband of mine, having sex with the damn babysitter all week. And that son of a bitch. So I knew he had to go. Now, so like Gideon was saying in his mind, it's amazing how betrayal normally infuriates a person beyond belief of rage, all because of infidelity, that you want to end someone's life, all behind that. It's amazing. So that little transaction that they had when she said, you've been already paid, he said, yeah, but you forgot, you failed to mention that 38 nut snub. That almost got me killed. I want 20% of that 300,000 on top of you paying me. Now that's just a small part of the book. I believe this was a 4 series. Normally I don't like part 2s or part 3s of books because they're not that good, but this was an exception. There's a part 1, I think it was sleeping with strangers, and then I think part 2 was sleeping with the enemy. I forgot what 3 was, but this was part 4. Woo! All 4 of Eric Jerome's saga of Gideon was the bomb. All 4. Now, I did do a small video about this book, just a small part that I thought was hilarious. So if any of y'all want to see it, it's this video right here. Yes, the video was just simply called Rolex Watch, because there was a peculiar thing that happened in this scene in the book. Although there was so much graphic, dramatic, great action, there was a scene about a Rolex watch that caught my attention. I said, oh, I got to talk about that. Because some people always love to marvel over, oh, Rolex watches, Rolex watches. But Rolex watches is a small watch compared to someone that really knows about that type of jewelry and stuff like that. A Rolex watch would be considered a watch for non-rich people, or as the guy said, for rappers or people uneducated. You got watches out there that will blow a Rolex out the water. Watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Watches that'll make Rolexes look like a damn Cracker Jack box. A lot of people don't know that though. It's almost like you could look at some of the guys at the games. I think 50 Cent mentioned this before. You got what's rich, and then you got somebody what's wealthy, or Chris Rock said it. Sometimes just look at the person that's signing your checks. Look at their watches. Look at the person. Look at certain people. Now, of course, people be faking, wearing a fake and all that. But watch the video. I'm going to name quite a few watches in there that's going to blow your mind. And here it is again. It's called, the video is simply called Rolex Watch. And it's from this book. This was a part 4 of the Gideon series. I don't have the other books with me, but this was a part 4. Oh, they all real good. And on that note, what do you think about the hypocrite? The wife was a hypocrite. The pastor was a super hypocrite. Boy, oh boy, talking about all that church stuff. But when it came down to it, the real him came out, and everything out of his mouth was vulgar. Yeah, he's fighting for his life, but the real him came out. Peace.